And Jasmine Crockett's crew, they demand to be arrested. And you can think of this as a publicity stunt. Sometimes it's helpful to get arrested. Remember President Trump's mugshot? Sometimes it's not, particularly for a party that could be described as having hit rock bottom. I'm not saying it. I try not to speak in cliches, although that is an underappreciated Kiss song. Come on now. Alive One? You hit rock bottom? Come on. So on CNN, they actually go to a pollster who from time to time delivers shock news about Democrats. And this bit of shock news shocked the Democrats into changing their... I was going to say changing their behaviors. But of course it didn't. Take a look at this.
Whoa. Woof. I mean, my God. You know, we mentioned CNN. We had that poll come out a little while ago on their net favorable rating. They were 26 points underwater. You think that's low enough? How about we go even lower? We'll go to this side of the screen. I'm going to walk over here. We go to the Wall Street Journal. Minus 30 points. 30 points underwater.
Several saying Democrats don't have a masculine politician except for Obama. I think being a masculine leader is like outlawed in the Democratic Party right now, one participant said. Come on now. What about our friend Tim Walz?
Remember when he fried a chicken on the hood of his Jeep? That's it.
I should be working right now. Instead, I'm pumping iron at the gym.
You're lifting 135 pounds. You're doing the equivalent of less than a push-up. Far less than a push. You don't even have to hold your body in a plank, brother Solwell. No, I think this is a great big hole with them, so they're turning to women in the Democrat Party to be the masculine ones. I'll show you what I mean here in a second, and it comes straight, no, and I'm saying, it comes straight out of Hollywood. It's a TikTok video done by a state representative in Texas, one of the people begging to be arrested. Fled the state, have turned over their job. The governor appears to have legal basis to say you have abandoned your job. So we're going to issue a warrant for your arrest because you're not showing up for work. It appears that you illegally took money in the form of perhaps a bribe to fly to Chicago, a state that's done its own share of gerrymandering, more than Texas. And this is all about the changing of the voting districts, etc., gerrymandering, balancing them out. So she's fled the state. She's facing arrest. This is Jasmine Crockett's party. It's Jasmine Crockett's state. She's from Texas. So I'll show you this little film Linda Garcia made being a very masculine member of the Democrat Party in a second. Film is powerful. We all know this. Angel Studios knows this. They've made Sound of Freedom, which brought attention to the evils of trafficking, and the left pretended that wasn't happening. And then when it was happening, they tried to say, oh, it's a good thing. I didn't get that quite that far. There was then the movie that really destroyed Snow White, King of Kings, the story of Jesus Christ as told through a fictional Charles Dickens. Now there's a new series. It's called Testament. This takes the historical happenings in the book of Acts, Luke writing about how the church was formed, how the church that Jesus built was formed, and how they did it during their time. But in Testament, they relocate those people into our era, a surveillance state, a censorship state, a state that hates the truth. And you get to watch as they build Christ's church in a timeline like ours. Great chance for you to examine your own heart. Will you stand for Jesus as the world stands with their boots ready to go on your neck? Go to angel.com/Todd, stream Testament today. When you become an Angel Studio Premium Guild member, you also get 2 free tickets to all of the theatrical releases. Plus, you will get to vote on the movies that they distribute, create, and promote. It is angel.com/Todd. Become a Premium Angel Studio Guild member at angel.com/Todd. Making our own little mini movie. And it's a quick one. State Representative Linda Garcia is making a video. She's lip syncing here, and it might be hard to hear the lyrics. We're going to hurt some people. Here you go, a masculine Democrat woman.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're going to hurt some people.
I'm going to hurt some people. Got to go hurt some people. Says a woman who was one of the Democrats who fled Texas, many of them wearing shirts saying, let the people vote. Let the people vote. Well, the people voted. And the governor of Texas is going to redistrict like governors everywhere do. Do you notice that the Mockingbird media has suddenly discovered redistricting? I will never forget being in Maryland. And I was at a crab bake. By the way, don't come to me with the Maryland crabs are delicious. Soft-shelled crabs are disgusting. So disgusting. Hey, want a crab embryo? So the cook, and I expected something. I was telling my friends, and I called my beloved wife, I'm having soft-shelled crab. My wife says, oh, that's interesting. I'm changing a diaper. Oh, that's right, because you're back home, and I'm doing this great adventure. I was standing there with a congressman who said, you know what? You see across the river there? Way across that river, doesn't that river look like a natural barrier to you? Yeah, it's a natural barrier. Yeah, that's interesting because that's all of a sudden the same district. What? I was over here? Yeah. Used to be a different district, but they didn't have enough Democrats. This has been going on forever. So this party that lacks any masculinity, Jasmine Crockett's party, here's what they can bring up for masculinity. Do you remember when Barack Hussein Obama threw out the first pitch? Kind of. I mean, we've got that video. Look, I mean, here's Obama throwing out the first pitch. Watch.
Made it over the plate, so it may have been a left-handed batter.
That doesn't look that masculine. But what about Dime Star Obama? This is Dime Star Obama, Hakeem Jeffries, man, and he is laying it down. This is bigger than a 135-pound bench press, Eric Swalwell.
Their one big ugly bill, which is now law, is deeply unpopular. It rips away health care from millions of Americans, steals food from the mouths of children. All of this is being done in terms of hurting everyday Americans so they can reward their billionaire donors.
What I love about this, Dime Star Obama is a party that said, you can't go to school if you will not wear this thing on your face. You can't work if you'll not take this thing in your skin. They're a party that is pushing to continue to keep sugar water on the SNAP benefits. They're a party that pretends men are women, and this is what passes for hardcore, I'm going to tell it like it is, masculinity in Jasmine Crockett's party. God made men and women for a reason. We complement one another. The fact that the Democrats can't seem to conjure up any real masculine men is a sign of something much, much, much different and much worse than simple politics. It's the fact that they're having trouble garnering godly men. Because godly masculinity is somewhat different than ungodly. Somewhat? No, it's distinctly different.